What's up, everybody? Tonight, it's your boy Hot Soup with W.I.T.H TV. What's going on, people? Like they say, we live, baby. So I know y'all been wanting to hear from me for a long time. Just trying to adjust this tripod real quick. All right. So I was gonna do a little like 5 or 6 minute video, but I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about some things that's going on with me and how I feel about certain things that's going on in this world that we're living in. And I'm going to try to keep this short and brief. Hopefully, y'all are able to watch this video. I know there's a lot of people that I've been talking to. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Yeah, Don John is here tonight. Oh, I miss you too. I've been really busy a lot. I've been doing a lot of yard work this summer, getting my bird feeders together, feeding a whole bunch of squirrels. Um, I probably just since May, I probably lifted about over 5 tons of river rock, putting it all around my fence and front yard and growing rose bushes. But I wanted to tell people because I live in Illinois, and a lot of people have been, it's on TikTok, it's mostly on all social platforms regarding this no bail law that's going on for the new year. That's one of the topics that I really wanted to talk about. And I want to let the people know that stay in Illinois and around the world that waiting for these, for everything to, unveil itself. Don't be discouraged and don't worry about it. And the reason why I say it so calmly is because, well, back in 2017, I had a home invasion with my kids. And after the home invasion was done and it was over with, you know, the officers that came to the house, they was like, you're lucky. They're like literally 5% of the people do what you did because I ended up getting the guy out the house. All my kids was here. My youngest daughter, she was upstairs in her room. Her phone was dead, so she couldn't call the police. Um, my dog at the time I had at the house kept him at bay until I came down. Well, I was already upstairs. But to make a long story short, it was a lot of trauma on my kids. But at the same time, when it comes to things like that, I'm a protector. So I'm going to protect my house, my home. I still have my mom. She's doing good. Actually, her health is, well, when they gave her a blood test, they give her a blood test every 6 months. They said her health is like a 30-year-old. She's very healthy. She really don't take any medication anymore. She get her insulin shots when needed. Uh, I've been through a lot. I had to quit a job that I worked at for over 10 years to take care of my mom during the middle of the COVID, and it was tough. I also went through a divorce. Um, so other things, some mishaps happened to my kids that had to get taken care of legally. Okay. Um, Back to the topic about this Illinois law. Don't worry about, hey, how you doing, brother? I'm just talking about this new Illinois law that's about to happen in January. So election is coming up too, and if you go through the past history, I'm glad to see you too, man. If you go through this past history, yeah, I'm always gonna. I keep God first in everything I do. I'm always gonna be good. A lot. I know a lot of people. I just want to say a couple of things real quick, and whoever tuning in to What in the Hell TV, I had a lot of friends that we were talking about podcasts and doing things that what I'm saying to you guys right now, because I'm the type of person, I like to share and talk. Like I'm more of a interaction person when I got people around, to bounce you bounce certain things about what people comment off of. So I'm more of that kind of strategic kind of guy that can keep the audience going when certain things are talked about or spoke upon. So I don't want to lose track. But I also want to tell you guys the way they selling this stuff on social media is straight fear. But I want to also tell you too that you shouldn't worry. You should be happy because here's the thing. Now you get to absolutely protect your home. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's an honor to do that. Have you ever heard that old saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, here's your chance. The more that you keep living, you're going to see chaos. You just got to know how to handle the chaos when it's presented to you. And me, I really don't worry about anything. I'll just say I'm well rounded when it comes to getting exposed to certain things. It's probably because how I grew up. I didn't have the best uh, upbringing, but my mom and my dad during his short time, he's still living, but during his short time he was with my mom. Our living was awesome. We ate at the table every day. My mom and dad cooked dinner every day, and it's like when my dad left, everything went to skid row. Like literally, bread, food, like this. It was scarce. It was tough. So it made me and my younger brother get out in the streets and try to do what we could do to bring money into the house, so we can help our mom pay bills. So my mom health started declining. Uh, bad hurt. My mom health always been bad, but if I can just sit up here and just give you the list of how everything is going with my mom, you'll be flabbergasted. You'll be like, there's no way. But basically, it's about what you eat and what you put in your body. That's that's just summing it up. The only thing that's wrong with my mom now is that she had two major strokes in 8 months before I got her, and those strokes really impacted. They put an impact on her, so that's why she's bedridden. But she got very, very good health, so that's the key thing. So I wanted to also tell you guys this. I know a lot of you guys been being told, grab backpacks. When things happen and everybody got to start running around, moving around. I really don't agree with that. And I probably don't agree with it because the situation I'm in, if something did like that happen, I'm not gonna run and leave whatever I got just because the main key part is that I got my mom. So I can't take her with me and I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna do that. So if something did happen like that, I'll just bunker down what I got and deal with anything that comes in front of me accordingly how I'm supposed to. And the other reason why I say this too, and I really want you guys to think about this. Imagine wherever your gap is in life, and I'm only referring this to me because I'm just telling you off of my experience. I did a lot of bad things growing up in my younger days, in my heydays. But since everything's been cruel selling, I still been going through hardships, tribulations, however you want to call it. I've been pretty much I haven't been in any trouble in about 25 years. And pretty much as I don't go out as much. I used to work and come home, but now I'm working at home because I take care of my mother for over 2 years. And everything's been pretty cool these last 25, 26 years. And the thing is, I was telling myself, like, I do know how to live out in the woods. I know how to build a fire. I know how to hunt. I know how to fish. You know, I got awesome survival skills, hands down. So if I got majority of these things at my house, why would I leave my house? Right? Some people you gotta really think about when they like, oh, you gotta get a bug out bag and go. You know, the city's gonna be like this. The city's gonna be in chaos. Okay, well, you gotta remember too. There's a lot of people out here that own tons of land, tons, and you think they're not prepared to scope you a quarter mile away to try to live in the woods on their land. Like you have to think about those things too. You know, I know where people say, "Oh, well, I got to camp this place, I got to camp that place, and it's gonna be all good." Sometimes, man, you might run to your own death. You know, you got to think about some of these movies that they put out, like when you know these doomsday events and stuff like that. You always find that one random person that was just hibernating in their house. Hey, Randy, what's going on? That just been bunkered up in their house and been in their house for years or whatever you know the topic of discussion may be, whatever doomsday they present, whether it be the zombie apocalypse or you know they knock down the power grid or the the water is super bad and it just everything is chaos. You'll have some individuals that's been sitting in a home for 6, 7 months and just so happen they weathered the storm. So don't be so quick to get a bug out bag and just run to the woods because you might be setting up your own self for death. So sometimes in life you just need to think about uh, what's going to be the best fit for you. Uh, don't be surprised if people don't want to leave with you. Um, pay attention to all the messages that's been out here in these actually the last 4 strong years. Pay attention to those things. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had the TV on Netflix. So I just wanted to tell you guys about this Illinois law too. That you guys need to, I know a lot of people will just I don't know. I don't believe into coincidence. Yeah, it do depends on the circumstance. The reason why I say that is because yeah, yep, you are absolutely right with that. I am I'm a firm believer of that. I also, and the reason why I try to tell people like I was doing some yard work and I've been trying to post these pictures on like the little short stories or whatever they have on YouTube that just show you the things that I just been doing by myself at home. Like, I've been me and my girlfriend have been putting little gardens and stuff together. I'm growing some little pineapple plants upstairs where we always get light at. It's pretty cool. And I've been talking to my oldest son because I got five kids. Uh, I got one little one left. He's 13, and then I feel that my kids. I did a great job on my kids. I raised all of them from they when they was babies to however old they are now. I got a 28-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 13-year-old. Three boys, two girls. And my two oldest sons, they are fighters. Like literally, I always used to brag to my friends years ago, like, man, I got me some dogs. I got me some dogs. I got my oldest one. He amateur box. He's trying his best to go pro. Real good fighter. And my second oldest son, he's MMA and he's a beast. He's a straight dog. Um, Good kids. They very humble. Um, they keep God first, but you just can't walk up to them and talk to them crazy. Like my kids they know how to protect themselves, but they also are very respectful too. And I appreciate that when I see that because I know I raised them right. They're not perfect, you know, but they're dogs, and so I'm not really worried about defending. That's that's second nature. But I want to also tell you guys too, this world can and hopefully one day will be a better place. But the basic things that what bothers me the most is that people, us as a whole, we fight and argue and we be bitter over the most ignorant things in life, and it's really not worth it at all. Like they say, but they people talk about all these problems out here in this world, and we already know what's the problems. And the only thing you hear is people complain and complain and complain. And people know the solutions. They just don't want to do it by themselves. And I understand that. So that's why you got to unify. You know, if you're talking about the higher ups, the people that supposedly run this country, there's ways to get them fired. There's ways to do things with these people. You got to remember these people. They we got like probably the worst food system in the world. There's a lot of people out here in this world that will not accept our food to come in their country. We got all kinds of things that's going on in this world and it's constantly getting worse. And you got to look at one thing. A lot of people say sometimes you can speak things into existence. You always hear these things that words are spells, but then start paying attention to what you apply yourself to when you get to all these social platforms and you're constantly seeing chaos, 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 chaos. So it's feeding you, and then it's feeding your subconsciousness, and then your whole day is messed up. Your energy is wrong. and you constantly worrying and stressing, and you're not keeping yourself in tune with God, and that's what people got to understand too. Uh, don't get into the hype about the chaos. There's been plenty of times I wanted to post certain things, and I just said I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm not even getting paid for the stuff. I'm not monetized. I'm not getting paid for these things. So I'm spending my time with you because I really want to do this. Like I said, it's been facts. Those are real topics right there. But I'm not perfect either. It's just the thing is that I'm very I used to say I know this, I know that. I don't say that anymore. What I say is I'm very familiar with things in life. And it comes with the experience and it comes with the things that I'm familiar with the word of God. You know, there's one thing that Jay Leno said years ago, and I forgot who he was talking to, but it was on his show. He said there's a lot of religions out here. And he said, I'm really talking about the positive religions. He said what people don't understand is it all comes back to God, and yes, man had made an impact on a lot of things with these different religions. But the reason why it's so different is because it's their understanding. So that's why I try to tell people I know if you really want to know the truth and some of these things that you don't believe in this Bible, people out here got money. Go out here and jump on these planes, man. Check the world out for yourself. Start researching. Go buy a book where you can start growing your own veggies. What certain mushrooms you can eat, what certain mushrooms you can't eat. You know what I mean? And like be honest with yourself with these things. Get a survival kit book. Like I was just watching, I forgot this movie I was watching, but it was like it was a good movie. It was like some girl. Yeah, a lot of people want to turn away from God, man. But and I don't mean to sound bodacious about this, but I care about people, but you can't people just have to find their own like this was wrong with the world, I'm gonna honestly tell you. And everybody grow differently. That's the reason why when they say when the old saying is if you have an ear, let them hear. A lot of people have ears, they just when I'll tell you like this. This is how I break it down. Yes, only thing you can do with that is give them as much love and honesty as possible and give them the word of God. Like there's a lot of messengers out here in this world, a lot. Some is working for evil, and some is working for the best things in life. Yeah, we're part of that too. We're part of that too, of that conditioning and that programming. Like I've been listening to a lot of people, and they've been saying, you should listen to William H. Cooper, Behold of a Pale Horse. I read that book in '97. I read it in '97. Okay, but there's so much. Like, I was thinking about this video, and I'm like, I might get killed for the things I might say, and I start telling myself, why would I even say that? Because the truth, all the truth has been, it's been out here. Like, look up Kennedy's famous speech. Think about that. Kennedy's famous speech, he told you what it was. So some people just don't want to accept the truth. Some people want to live in a bubble. Yeah, but see, trust me, I've talked I've been running my mouth to all kinds of people for decades. Like literally, I'm 45 years old. I've been knowing about the crops was messed up back in '83. I had to be like 6 years old. Like, think about that. Like, I remember right before my dad divorced my mom, I lived in this big, huge trailer park. It was called Lincoln Trailer Park, and it was in Champaign, Urbana. That's where I'm originally from, and that's in Illinois. It's down in Southern. There's where the U of I is at. So I grew up. That was my stomping grounds. That's where I grew up. And I remember one night, me and my younger brother, we were sitting out in the front, and we were just like chipping little gravel stones across the street, across Lincoln Avenue. And I was a big Star Trek fan. 'Cause I used to sit up there and watch with my dad, sit on his lap and watch Star Trek. You know, after the 10:30 news, after 10 o'clock news went off, Star Trek came on. You know, so on the weekends we'd sit and watch Star Trek. And you know, until the TV had the little color lines or the fuzz in it. You remember that? And those was the days. But the thing is that me and my brother was talking. I told him, I said, man, by the time we get in our mid 20s and 30s, we're gonna be able to talk to each other on the phone and see each other face to face. I know we used to get up and was tired of turning the cable box. Remember the brown cable box? You're touching it. Click, 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 click. Right. Yeah, Chips, Superman, Heroes, yeah, American Heroes, yeah. G.I. Joe. Yeah, man. And it's like they was putting it in these cartoons back then. You know, me and my brother talked about the iPhone when we was not even 10 years old, bro. That's the whole issue what I'm telling you. Like me and my brother, we got so tired of getting up to turn the cable box and click, 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 click. And remember, everybody had this, right? Facts. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Now I want you to think about what I'm saying to you right now, right? Before CDs and computers, correct. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. If me and my younger brother got tired of click, 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 clicking, and me and my younger brother talking about, man, it's gonna be a time that somebody gonna be able to have a remote control in their hand, and they can be able to talk into the remote and say, turn to channel 33, turn to channel 15. And here's the reason why. Because if we was tired of doing that and we had that idea, how many other people you think felt that way? Getting up for their parents, click, 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 click. So here's the thing. We're really all one conscious. But the reason why we can't all get on the same track is because we all accept and grow differently. When you can call it being woke, you can call it being awake, or whatever you want to call it, that floats your avenue, floats your boat. And sooner or later, we're going to all get on one accord, hopefully. But the thing is, we know how to get rid. You know how to get rid of roaches when you got critters coming in your house, right? You know how to get rid of spiders, snakes. You know what to do with those things. There's certain ways you can trap them, and certain ways you can get rid of them. Well, there's certain ways you can get rid of the poison in the herb too. Facts. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Like, stop being so damn worried. Be happy, man. Be happy that you're living in a time where everything just don't feel right, man. I know. But here's the thing, don't worry. Because I just left alive, type that. Here's the thing, this is what I'm saying. If you do what you're supposed to do in life, help others. I'm telling you right now, I'm not grabbing no backpack. I'm not bugging out. I'm not worried about no trespassing. I'm not worried about these people out here trying to kill people, and they're gonna be, no bond, and it's gonna take 48 hours for them to even get an ankle monitor put on them. I'm not worried about that stuff. And I'm telling you guys, don't worry about that. Exactly. No food, no water. They dropping bombs. And you gotta remember this. Clinton said this stuff was gonna happen then too, right before he left. And like I'm trying to tell y'all, like I'm not getting paid for these things. What's up, Randy? I love y'all too, man. I really do. I love all y'all, man. I want to say to y'all for real. I know when Adam told y'all to give me the love bug and everybody just started subscribing to me, that made me. I can't even explain it. It just made me so happy. It made me so happy, man. And I remember I was watching one of Adam's shows, I think like about a week or two ago, and he was just about to do his shoutro, and he was like, "Hot soup, man, you ain't been putting out no content and this and that." And I told my girlfriend, I said this is the guy that helped me get me where I'm at right now just with the channel. And she like, how many subscribers you got? I'm like, he got like close to 200,000 subscribers. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm hanging in there, Randy. Yeah, God's always working. But you know what? The devil's working harder. Trust me on that one. Just look around you. But the thing is, this is what I love about everything. At the end, God wins. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, like, why worry? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why even bother? You know, I'm gonna cut my grass every week. I'm gonna check my fruits and my vegetables every day, and I'm gonna keep God first. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We got other things to worry about. When we was put on this earth to love and care for people and to give people the word of God. You understand what I'm saying? So if you know these things, then do them. And God said, "Fear not." So why are you fearing these things? Yes, the truth, the way, and the life. But here's the thing: it starts with us. So yeah, you got all these messengers out here, and they fair warning you, which is good. They're doing their job. But the thing is only thing you can do is prepare. You know. But I'm trying to tell y'all guys right now, whoever listen to this, don't be so quick to fill your bug out bag and run because you could be running to your own death. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because if you know you've been living good for the last 25, 30 years and you know you used to be around a lot of BS growing up and you still got some kind of comfortable life, even though we all have trials and tribulations, we all go through stuff. Why would you run from your safe haven? I want you to really think about that. Why would you run from your safe haven? Why? Now I can understand if your house is on fire or something like that, of course. But if it's not, and you got all kinds of things in your house that can be utilized as weapons, you're gonna have to take me out at my house. I'm not gonna let nobody violate me or my family ever. And like I told you, I can give y'all all kinds of tools for tools of knowledge for me and you in the same boat. But here's the thing: God protects His people. Believe that. Now, when I say He protects His people, that don't mean that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I tell my kids, I said, when the last time you used your gun? And what I mean by that, I'm not physically talking about something that you shoot. I'm talking about God, universe, nature. Okay. So let me break it down to you what I mean by that. Those three things you cannot destroy. Those three things you cannot destroy. You can't never destroy God. You can't never destroy the universe. And you can't never destroy nature. But the thing is, what I was trying to tell him and what made me get on the conversation with this with my oldest son was I built this 3-tier birdhouse. So it's a birdhouse on each side. So it's what, 246? Yeah, so I got 5 birdhouses and I'm pretty sure if you look, I posted on YouTube, right? So I was sitting on the porch and I just filled up these bird feeders. And I got thank you, Randy. I appreciate that, man. And I'm telling you right now, I really do. When people say that they pray for me, I really believe it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I can't even explain. I just literally told my girlfriend this a couple hours ago, and I said, you know what? I said I was working at a company for 10 years. COVID happened February, March. My mom had her second stroke in July of the same year as the COVID. Within 2 days, I went and got my mom and literally quit my job. Then have no income, going through a divorce, going through legal stuff that was happening to my kids. Some things happened wrong to them, so I had to be the father and protect my kids the best way I knew how. You know, my other kids got involved in it too to proceed these things that we had to do to lock a certain individual up, and that's what we did. Even though we wanted to put our hands on them, we didn't. Uh, I went through a lot. I didn't have a job for close to 9 months. People that came out the woodworks, and I didn't tell everybody what was going on. Like I talked to a couple individuals that was asked about me that I went to high school with, you know, and people, God put people in your life for a reason. I absolutely believe that, hands down, because it's people I haven't talked to since '93, and all of a sudden they appeared and like, hey, you need this, hey, you need that, hey, I got you. And I haven't seen these people in since '93. You know, so And we talking about this was just 2 years ago, and I believe in. I had to work with patience, and trust me, you know how the Incredible Hulk just, the image they give him in the movies, and he just get irate, he just turn green, he just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The inside of me really feel like that, but the first thing I ask myself, I say, what would Jesus do? What would God do? And as soon as I start thinking that, that's when the humbleness come like that in me, and everything that comes out my mouth be peaceful. And it's like the wisdom just come out of nowhere, and I know that's the spirit, man. I know that's the spirit of God coming out, and it's the reason why I know that is because I can't explain it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you. I appreciate that too. But I think I know for a fact everybody got the Holy Spirit in them. They just have to ask God to give it to them. Said if you actually shall receive. I'm drinking tea. It's lemon and ginger tea. It's hot. I drink iced tea too. But I love drinking hot tea. I love drinking. I love drinking it because if you drink something that's warm, it gets to your body quicker. 'Cause our body is warm, so you. I like coffee too. I was thinking about like should I do because I got these coffee cups. I got a cup with a J on it, and I'm like, should I drink coffee with my straw? I'm like, no, I'm gonna drink some tea. I feel like tea tonight. So that's what I'm doing. But I really wanted to tell y'all that I really do appreciate um, the things like I've been wanting to do shows, uh, real good hot topics. Just not about preparing and if shit hit the fan, you know. But a lot of things you got to understand something too. Sometimes we speak things into our own existence. Yeah, it has been a minute, Randy. It's been a minute. It's been a while, man. But the thing is, like I said, the reason why it's been a while because I've been trying. I got a group of friends, and I'm the one actually have a YouTube channel because the support of y'all just stay stuck to being subscribed to me. Like, so they don't have no any subscribers or anything. So it's like, yeah, what if you get monetized, or what if people start super chatting you and where we gonna get the funds from? And I'm like, look, man, I haven't made a dime off this stuff yet. And I was telling them, I said, look, if it gets there, you got my word that everything's gonna be split down the middle. Like I don't have no problem with any of that, and it's probably gonna smash it. Probably gonna, I'm about to tell you something about that. So literally, the debt I have is from my ex-wife and my kids. 'Cause I bought my kids cars and stuff. So literally, I think I got probably $15,000 in debt from that, and I probably owe like 12 grand left on my house. That's pretty much the debt I have. But I really never made a substantial amount of money my whole life. Like I think the most money I ever made was like 42 grand a year. I've really never been fortunate to make 60, $70,000 a year. My average is 20 to 30. I believe you. I believe you can speak things into existence. I experience it a lot. Like this crazy one I'm about to tell you. So I try to tell my kids, one day I just the second time it happened, that's when I said it. And I remember I told you I got 5 kids, right? I got 5 kids. So the first one to graduate was my oldest son. He had got shot in the knee. And then the second one to graduate was my daughter. Uh, a week before she graduated, she was in a baseball game, and one of the players ran in and slid in and was catching like a pop fly. Oh, it was a pop fly out in the field, and she slid in, and her shoulder hit my daughter's femur, and it broke her leg, and it shattered. I'm talking about her foot supposed to be like this, right? Supposed to be like this, and it was like this. Literally, it was like it. I can still got the picture. It's ridiculous. So she literally graduated in a wheelchair with 32 pins in her leg. So So I was calling that the Johnson curse. I'm like, be careful, everybody. They're like, this the Johnson curse. And like, right when the kid's about to graduate, something happened to him. So then my my second oldest son, it was time for him to graduate. And he was wrestling. He went to state and he messed up his collarbone. But they say it wasn't nothing wrong with it. It was a major sprain. So he ended up, I guess he ended up tweaking his leg or something. And and after the wrestling season was over, because wrestling season was right, it was happened. Like he could have graduated that whole year. He could have graduated the first 3 months of the beginning of the school year, but he wanted to wrestle. So you know, he had like 13 extra credits or something like that. He was insane, man. What I like about him, about Don Don, he's very, very challenging. Oh, it's cool, man. Like I don't even worry about the devil. You know why? Because I'm blessed and highly favored. I truly believe no weapon formed against me shall prosper in the name of Jesus Christ. And I believe that to the deepest core of my body. I know we're gonna go through trials and tribulations. I feel like I'm Job in the book of Job. I really believe that because just the things I've been through, the things that I experienced. So no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm a firm believer in that. Yeah. So this what I'm saying to you is that I'm not saying it was a hex or anything. I just think it's funny because to come to find out, my son he he wrestled. Well, this school is a public school, so it's like 3,000 kids in this school. School been open for about 75 years. My son broke records, 20-year-old records. Like my son was part of my friends. My son was a badass, and like his name's in, excuse me, in the records. And it's probably gonna be there for years. But he put so much energy, and his work ethic was ridiculous. And he's very driven. I'm not worried about demons, man. I keep telling you, I'm not worried about demons. I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna tell you like this. God's people on this earth, we here to do a job, right? The demons on this planet, they here to do a job too. But at the end, guess what? God people win, bro. That's why I don't worry. That's why I don't worry, man. We got the breath of God in us. We got the spirit of God in us, right? Only God can take that away. Remember that. Only God can take that away. So if it's meant for you to depart, it's meant for you to depart. That's why you enjoy life for what it is right now. Always live in the now. Live better than what you did yesterday. Do better than what you did yesterday. Live in the now. Live in the now. Stay on point. Live in the now. Stay on point. Keep God first in everything you do. Guarantee it. And you'll see it. I'm a firm believer into the small things. So if you keep doing the small things, have you ever seen a autistic person that can actually draw real good? Have you ever seen that no, you can speak things into existence. Are you serious? You can speak things into existence. Words are spells, bro. Seriously. Words are spells. Look, I understand it, but that's what I'm saying. Like this what I'm saying. It's already been done. The things I'm telling you already done, already happened. That's why I was trying to finish the story about. You remember I said I got 5 kids. I only got down to two. You only let me get to two. You didn't let me get to three and four. But anyways, what I was saying about my son dying, he wrestled in regionals with a sore collarbone. He went to super sectionals, got third place. Then he had to go to state, and he went to state and played sixth place. Now, after that was all over with, and if you know about wrestling, you know these guys they wrestle in tournaments. They constantly gotta wrestle, gotta wrestle, gotta wrestle. So after the season was over with, he went back to the physician media care to get his shoulder checked out and his knee checked out. Come to find out that he had tore his meniscus, uh, and he had a fractured collarbone. So he literally wrestled, went to regionals, wrestled with a fractured collarbone. He wrestled super sectionals with a fractured collarbone, and he went to state and played six with a fractured collarbone. And he only lost, I think, 6 losses that year, either six or eight. His record was like, yeah, 48-8, and he got pinned once, and he got pinned by the number one dude that was number one for 4 years in a row. And I really feel like the only and the dude right now that he wrestled that did that, he's in Stanford. He in Stanford college right now. But the thing is that my son studied and watched that dude because he knew he was gonna wrestle him sooner or later. And my son wasn't even 100%. I believe that if my son was 100%, that dude would have never pimped him. I think my son would have pimped him, and he would have embarrassed everybody. But like it's a time for everything. I don't believe in coincidence either because I feel like everything happens for a reason. There's a blessing to be learned in life. I don't believe in coincidence. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm a firm believer in that. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. That's the reason why we're here. It's a lesson that need to be learned. So if it was just a coincidence, how you gonna really learn from a coincidence if you just keep saying it's a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that things happen for a reason. Some things that happen can't be explained until 10 years from now. There's a message behind it. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I keep telling you about Joe. So I told you about Don. I told you about D. I told you about my daughter Zay, and then my daughter Shidiana. She was a cheerleader too, and she was in her final cheer competition. And my daughter been cheerleading for about a good 8 9 years. So she's very good in gymnastics, very good. And probably about a month before she had to graduate, she tore her ACL and meniscus. So I got 5 kids. Five out of my 5 kids, 4 of them had got injured either a month or a week before they had to graduate. Just saying, that's no coincidence, man. That just showing that I look at it like I'm favored by God. And since the devil can't get me, he's gonna try to send his minions to try to destroy my children and try to get me off path. Nope. So that's why I don't believe in coincidence. Because I know how many times people are like, man, that happened to 4 of your children out of 5. Yep, can't make it up. All true stories. If they was here, they can tell it better than I could. But they're good kids. They're good kids. I just thank God that I was able to raise all my children. I know not too many guys can say that, but I'm glad that I was able to do that. And no, I think, well, I know the only one that stayed with me is my youngest one. And me and my ex-wife got 50-50 custody of him. So that's about it. And my kids know I rule with the ugh. I know my shoulder used to hurt a lot, and it felt like I always tore something. But the thing is, especially the things that's going on in this life, man, like with these hospitals and stuff, man. Like I said, I drink tea. I try to keep eating good fruits and vegetables. I do eat meat, um, but I'm about to really do a. I'm just about to really start going back to the basics, man. Put down the cigarettes. I got tons of alcohol here. I collect alcohol. So if you ever see this stuff in the back, you'd be like, "Oh, he's supposed to be a man of God." And like I said, no, I'm not perfect, but these are the times when you see this here. Is like if I have like a get together and somebody want to play cards or just fellowship and talk about things about what's going on in the world, we can have a cup of something. I don't. I got bottles of alcohol that I had for 17 years and never opened. So like I choose when I want to. I don't even call myself a social drinker. Like I had most of that stuff up there for years. Seriously, I got I got bottles that's older than some of my children. I can prove that too. But I just wanted to keep in touch with you guys and just tell you guys that I love y'all. Don't get too drawn into the hype about all this chaos. Yeah, I got red wine, I got Moscato, I got some Riesling. Um, I got some bitter reds and I got some sweet reds. But it's right there. It's right there. But like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate y'all. Ooh wee. Yeah, those that's called good times. Like I said, nobody on this earth gonna ever be perfect. That's why God sent His only Son, His what they say, His only begotten Son, the perfect one. And look what He done for us. So the thing is we do the best we can. For nobody's perfect. I know that, but that's why I say I don't try to cast stones at people either, because I got to look myself in the mirror. You know, you know, a sin is a sin, and that's the way God look at it. Sin is a sin. You know, when my kids do wrong, I just go out there and I need some what new what you said one what I need some new what pull it up again. Yeah, man, you don't even want to see my other fridge. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, man. I don't. I don't smoke weed. I don't. My thing is, man, I hate to sound this way, but okay, I just tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only vice I really have is smoking cigarettes. That's my vice. Is smoking cigarettes, and I'm being honest right now. My vice is smoking cigarettes. What? Good job. How did you quit? Okay, how did y'all quit? I tried vaping. Vape makes me cough. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just because it happened to me a couple times. I'm gonna just say, give it up. That's it. And the only thing I probably won't give up is every now and then I like to smoke a nice Cuban cigar, and I only inhale those. I just chew on them and puff and blow it out. I like the taste of certain Cuban cigars like Cohibas. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Mind over matter, Randy. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said I'm just because there's been plenty of times one day, there's been plenty of times I woke up and I'm like, you know what? It was my last one, and I go for like 5 6 hours without smoking one, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to the store. But but what I'm saying, I know people that quit smoking for like 10 years. Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me. I know how much. I know how much some cohibas cost, man. I just got done. I went to a cookout 2 days ago, and my buddy was having a event, and I my brother had sent me some H Upmans, some 40 Magnums, and I had one of those yesterday. I'm in Illinois. That's where I'm living at. I've been living in Illinois my whole entire life. But I had got me some Havana Cohibas when I went to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. Nah, man, I'm not getting it. I gotta like, I don't even smoke Dominican cigars, man. I won't do it. Like, I like Cubans. Like, stop, man, stop. No, no. Once when I quit smoking, I'm done. But I don't ever think I can give up smoking Cubans, man, because like some of it just I like the taste of them. I want to tell y'all something, man. I really do. I know y'all watch a lot of people. Like I watch tons of people on YouTube, and I get a lot of fruit for thought from these people, man. And the only thing I want to tell you guys is don't get lost in the sauce. Okay? Don't. Keep God first in everything that you do. Be loving and caring to others. Stay on point, and I'm gonna do my best to try to bring better content. I'm trying to bring people around here so I can have a table of people and get cameras and stuff coming. Look, y'all gonna see more of me because I want to do this. Like I really want to do this. It's just that taking care of my mom, taking care of my child, and doing this by myself and trying to get, you see how Mark got doing his thing. You know, he put in a lot of work, and he's blessed and highly favored too. So the thing is that he reached out for me with you guys' help. No, it's just what I'm saying is that I've been trying to do a cast with other people. So just you just won't hear my voice. You can have other people. Like I got a lot. I'm a lefty. Yeah, Marfugu, Adam, Fugu family. Most of the people that subscribe to this channel are Fugu fans. I'm a Fugu fan too. But man, well you missing out, bro. Because he's still up and running. He's a pro at this, man. He get info like everyday info. People hit him up. He got a passion for this to give the message out, man, and he do it. Jacob Israel do it. It's a lot of good people out here that do this, man. A lot, and trust me, I watch a lot of them too. But sometimes it keeps my day going. I got the YouTube Premium, so I have my phone on. I got my Bluetooth in. Yeah, I think what it is because the thing is, man, um, when YouTube start cutting you them checks, man, and you got people that's sponsoring you, they hit you with a certain amount of money, man, and you know that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. So I'm gonna say this right now. I want to give you a fair message about something about the digital currency that's supposed to be happening in December. So sooner or later it's gonna happen. So I want to tell you something. The first thing they're gonna do when they do this digital currency, they're gonna get rid of the cash, right? But they can say you can use your card, right? You know the card that you got right now, they got the chip in it. The card that you got, it got the Wi-Fi signal on it, where you can just like that, or you can use your phone. Then they got the, you know, thing you can put in your hand. You can go like this. I don't have that. I'm just doing like that, so you know what I'm talking about. So um, those are the ways you're gonna have to start using it pretty much at the beginning of the year. So you got a job, they're gonna know where your money's at. They're gonna know how you spend it. And I give it about 2 years. They're gonna get rid of the cards. They're gonna say you need this to buy stuff like this, pay your bills. You're gonna have to have that. No, it's not gonna be this year. See, this thing. What I'm trying to tell you is that they can't force it on us. They have to ease it on us. They got to make us comfortable with it. You see, they didn't do a good job with the in the arm, right? They is trust me, bro. This is chess, not checkers. They can't just manhandle because if they try to manhandle things, it's gonna get turned up, man. And everybody waiting for that. And see, the thing is, that's where people wrong at anyway. They shouldn't be waiting for it. Like y'all know how to take care of these people, man, but y'all not moving. Y'all not moving on one accord. And that's the problem, man. You crazy. I'm not going nowhere. Do you hear me? I'm telling you that right now. I'm not going nowhere. The only way these people come in my house like that, they're gonna be pulling me out in a body bag. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to no camps. I'm telling you that now. I'm not going to no camps, bro. You gotta remember, man, what kind of these people. I'm gonna tell you like this. People so worried about this money. This digital coin can literally drop in their face, and the only thing you gotta do is not accept it. Let them have minds. I'm gonna tell you something right now. People, they can have all the people they want to lined up for this job, right? To put down one thing. But when you start being humble and putting the truth in people's face, watch how the word of God, change those people's lives. You can have a whole line of people, man, but when you start speaking the word of God to them and being humble about it and being loving and caring to them, watch what people do. Watch what people do. I'm telling you, watch what people do, man. Only thing you gotta do is speak the word of God. You ain't gotta fight these people, man. You don't. It is because the thing is, people don't know how to trade no more. But who cares about the economy collapsing? I don't care. God said, be in the world, but not of the world. Be in the world, but not of the world. Be in the world, but not of the world. Come on, man. These things, these words are real. Be in the world, but not of the world. That means live your life, but don't partake in all these things. It's not tough. They program you to think that all this stuff is tough. You can go out here and you can go out here and trade right now. Seriously, you can go out here and trade something right now. I'm pretty sure you got something in your house somebody wants. That's something that you want right now. You can trade for. You don't need money. Money is the illusion. That's how to get people to build these rockets, how to build all these certain things, these weapons that they want. Because they what they did is they put up this little they made this little note to show you that this was so superior that people were selling literally selling their morals for this money, right? So now you got all these years that they put these people on these dollar bills that enslaved half the world. These people like people dying for this money, bro. Like that show you think about. I want you to really think about this. Look how many people that have slaves, own slaves, that's on that money, and his people die and fight for that every day. And 90% of the people know that the money that they got, the people that's on that money, they wrong. They know those people was wrong, but you still spend that money though. That's how messed up and programmed that they got everybody. They literally come on, man. These people own slaves, and you know what they done to slaves. You know what they did to them, and they own the dollar bills, bro. Think about that. Literally, think about that. You work 80 hours, 70 hours a week to get peanuts so you can pay your bills. Come on now, let's think about this now. Think about it. And then if you try to create your own currency, you know what they do to you, right? But when you sit up here and try to buy land and invest in land with other people to create gardens, you see what they do to you, right? So every time you try to do something right for the world, you see what they do to you, right? You see what they doing to your water, right? You know what I'm saying? Like God gave us this world to enjoy, right? So you already know how to defeat them. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't make people ride to the beat that you want. That's why I use my gun. That's why I feed the birds. That's why I feed the squirrels. That's why I plant stuff. Giving is just not giving some dude that's on the corner some change. When he said give, it's better to give. It's better to give than receive. That just don't mean giving people money or giving people a plate. You gotta think about this. You go buy water at a store every day. You go buy gas every day. You go buy food every day at restaurants. So you sitting up here and you constantly take from the earth. But when have you gave back to the earth? When have you fed an animal? When have you ever sat down and actually fed a rabbit? Whenever you ever sat down and fed a squirrel, whenever you ever really put up a bird feeder and sat there and just watched the hummingbirds uh, get on their little things. I got one out there. Like whenever you really sat back and enjoyed nature, man. That's giving too. That's the will of life. That's the cycle of life. And you wonder why you go through a lot of stuff in life. It's just not about giving people money on the streets. It's about giving back to the earth. Give back to the earth. Facts. So you understand what I'm telling you. Like it's the whole wheel of life. It's just not a part of just one part of the life of the wheel, man. It's the whole wheel. It's the whole entire wheel. And people wonder why they have hard times. Everything is right in your face. Everything is right in your face. It's up to you when you're gonna use your common sense. That's just like if you got a pitcher of water and you fill it up with a big huge cup like this. So now your pitcher is this big and it used to be this full. Now it's that much water left in it. So common sense would be like before you put this back in the fridge, you should fill it back up like this. So then you can put it back in the fridge. So then when you need it later, it'd be a full pitcher instead of a half fit pitcher, right? That's common sense. So a lot of people have common sense, but people choose not to use it. That's the reason why this world is in chaos. Because a lot of people know what to do, but they just don't want to do it. They just don't. Like everybody talking about this law for Illinois. Now, I don't get into politics. I might be a registered voter, but I don't vote. So I'm about to show you something right now. So my girlfriend's talking to me about this guy named Bailey or whatever. I think he's running in November, and he claims that if he becomes the new governor, he gon' he's not gonna he's gonna throw away that bill, make sure it don't get approved or whatever, right? But then on the flip side of the coin, they don't know if he support Roe versus Wade. He's a politician, so it's about what's the bigger need in life? Is it the bond law or is it the Roe versus Wade? Which one? That's a politician. That's what politicians do. They like, okay, here go the issues with your life. Out of your five things, I can cover three of them. Yeah, I can cover three of them. So that leaves you with two more issues. See, the thing is with politicians and what's wrong with people is they look for the perfect candidate. You will never find a perfect candidate ever. You might find something close. That person might be like 75% what you're looking for. God bless you too. 75% might be what you're looking for, but not all. That's why I don't get into politics. It's good talking to you too, man. Crying, crying hippie. Love you, bro. I do. God love you too. Peace, man. Peace and blessings. For real. I want to tell y'all something too, cause it's getting late, and I told myself I wasn't gonna go this long. I wanted to only go like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna do my best to come out with more content. I'm gonna still keep pushing for WITH TV. Uh, I do. Me and my lady, we do shirts and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get some shirts going. I want to do sweatpants, some shoes, all that stuff. But I want to tell y'all too that Y'all keep living your life. Do not get in the trend of what if shit hit the fan and what if the lights get cut off and I don't get off all into that, man. You know what to do. But if you know you've been living comfortable in your own house, I wouldn't leave your house. I wouldn't leave your house, man. Like you can do what you want. I'm gonna be right over here, right over here. Trust me on that. You know, y'all might need a group of people to be with because you don't know how to grow vegetables, you don't know how to make firewood, you don't know how to build a fire, stuff like that. I get that, but do it right now. When you get paid Friday, go buy your survival book so you can learn how to make a compass out of nothing. Go get you a aluminum blanket. You know what those aluminum blankets are really for, right? Do I really have to say it? Come on, man. Jesus loves you too. You got firewood this week? That's what's up. I'm not even worried about firewood, man. I'm not, because I know God gonna provide. I know God's gonna provide, man. Like all the stuff I've been through in life, and I'm still here. Like I got tons of friends that died of stupid stuff, man. Drive-bys, alcohol addiction, suicides. Uh, People died of COVID. Like just last year, I know 10 friends literally just dropped off and died. And I was older, and they young, man, young. And it seemed like as soon as they get to the hospital, something happens. Yes, I know that. I'm not saying don't. I'm a tree hugger too, man. But trust me, it's here to provide for us too. Trust me, I know these things. I love trees, man. Hey, Randy, go ahead and round up that firewood, man. What I'm gonna do is I want to tell y'all too, man. If you wanna try to help me support this channel, because I'm trying to buy cameras and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say go to Snapchat. Uh, Go to my messenger. I'm gonna put the link in the bio with my name and everything. The picture you'll see of my uh, profile, it'd be Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, I got blankets too, man. Tons of them. Y'all be safe. Um, Stay prepared in the word and stay on point, man. It's your boy Hot Soup. I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. And once when I get done with this video, I'm gonna start putting in the links. I appreciate y'all. Later.